Yo, what's happening, people? It's your boy Griggs. Welcome back to Griggs Talks. Yeah. Honestly, don't even know what I'm gonna say today. I had an intro in my head. I was gonna be like, May 21st, 2008, Manchester United won the Champions League. One of the biggest nights in club's history. Fast forward 17 years, May 21st, 2025, the death of Manchester United. Because today, I'm gonna be real. Manchester United that I really don't give a fuck about this football club anymore. I really don't. There's no emotional attachment anymore. Nothing to care about. People want to talk about summer transfers this, summer transfers that. Mateus Cunha, Osimhen, Delap, Cherky, Mastatanto, whatever the guy from River Plate is. You can name any player you want. You can even name me Lamine Yamal. I generally don't care about Manchester United. The football club has died before our very own eyes. And today, I said this when we advanced to the final after the Bilbao result. I said if Manchester United lose to Spurs, it will be their worst result in modern day history. It is in terms of on a football pitch, it will be the worst moment in Manchester United history because what it signifies is you're finished. This football club is dead. There is no saving it. There is no saving it. There is no saving it. There's not a player that can save it. There's not a manager that can save it. There's not an ownership group that can save it. There is absolutely no one that can save this football club. There is nothing to save. From top to bottom, it is a whole disgrace. And today was an opportunity to salvage something and maybe put your foot forward and maybe look to build to something in the future in the very glimmer of hope. But what you saw was 90 minutes of straight pathetic, straight dumb bullshit. You saw you saw a group of players and a coach that literally did not approach this game as it was a final. And players from the captain, Bruno, who we'll talk about, to Ahmad, to Maguire, to not even get me started on Luke Shaw, because if I speak about Luke Shaw, honestly, I don't even care about my channel anymore. I don't care about futures, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, I don't even know when my next video is going to be on this channel. These guys did not play that game like a cup final. Last year, against Manchester City in the FA Cup final, we approached that like a cup final. We played like that was the last 90 minutes of our lives. This game, bro, JJ mentioned it looked like a preseason match. That's what it felt like. Shout out Lenny Yoro because he's the only one that actually understood what it meant. As for Bruno, I personally think the occasion got to Bruno Fernandez. Obviously, we all know what was at stake here. He's had to carry this club on his back the whole year. All the pressure goes to him. And at the end of the day, he crumbled. Because at the end of the day, Bruno, as good as he can be, as good as he is, he's not Batman. Bruno Fernandes is not Batman. He's not Superman. And after carrying the club for at least the past 4 or 5 months in the Europa League, obviously in the Premier League, there's nothing to carry because we're 16th with 39 points, by the way. We will not hit the 40-point mark in the Premier League season. We will not hit the 40-point mark, I repeat. And in other years, not hitting the 40-point mark means relegation. And if this season, the worst 3 promoted teams that we have, that the Premier League has seen in a very long time did not exist, there is a very good chance that Manchester United would have gotten relegated this year. That is what Manchester United put on the football pitch all season. But guys want to talk about Amram this, Amram that. Let me not tell you something. Ruben Amram talks about if the fans don't believe in me, if the board don't believe in me, I'll quit. But please quit. Please quit because this guy is by far one of the worst coaches I have ever seen in my life. I watched 90 minutes of side-to-side football. And this guy wants to talk about, oh, I didn't start Garnacho because he missed the opportunity in the semifinal in the first leg. Who gives a fuck? If that's what we're making our selections on, based on what missed what. It's a cup final. The pass goes out the window. It's all about 90 minutes. It's about 90 minutes and what can you do in 90 minutes? And whether you hate or love Garnacho, he approaches the game with a certain intent. And you need that kind of intent in a cup final. He's not fearful of anything. Garnacho faces no fear. And in the finals are about no fear. Finals are about will you let the occasion get to you? And yes, Garnacho scored the easiest tap in last year. But the way that he ran for 90 minutes against Manchester City, even in the Community Shield, which is not a final, but you saw the way Garnacho came off the bench and scored. And today, you saw right away You saw his intent. He attacked. He attacked. He attacked. And yes, does game state maybe play a little bit of a factor? Absolutely. But it still does something. Kobe Mayu saw 5 minutes on the football pitch today. Kobe Mayu was a man of the match last year in the FA Cup final on the freaking Ballon d'Or winner's head top. And today he saw 5 minutes. That is life under Ruben Amorim. And this is the bigger problem than Ruben Amorim. Manchester United, the fabric of Manchester United, what Manchester United stands for is gone. We all talk about Carrington, youth, courage, success. We're having about 2 academy kids touch the pitch at a time right now. Kobe Mayu is one of the pillars of what this club needs to focus on building on. I said it. Ahmad, Mayu, Euro. Those are the 3 that you build on. But Kobe Mayu can't see the pitch because of 3-4-3. 3-4-3. What a formation, by the way. But it's not even the formation problem. It's the way that he's implementing it. In the 80th minute, I was seeing Patrick Dorgu at left 10 and Garnacho almost at wingback. In the minute 60, my wingbacks were pinned back in their own half. This guy got to the Europa League final because he threw Maguire up top in desperation against Lyon. And speaking of Lyon, you might as well have lost that game because you could have saved us the trouble of today, what we went through today. Because today, what we went through today was absolutely a disgrace, bro. What we went through today was an absolute disgrace. From a fan perspective, the fans do not deserve this. Actually, some fans do deserve this, to be fair. But still, I don't deserve this. My chat doesn't deserve this. My Manchester United friends don't deserve this. It's straight fucking pathetic. They treated it like a preseason game. Like, how do you do that in a cup final? You have Sir Alex in the stands. You have Rafael Varane in the stands. You have all these guys in the stands. You play for Manchester freaking United, and you do that. You do that. Said hype, man. I don't give a shit about Said right now, man. Bro. 17 years are down the drain, bro. I generally don't care, bro. I don't feel associated. Like, this summer, like, it means nothing to me. There's not a single transfer you can fabricate in your minds that matters to me. There's nothing that matters to me. Heritage this, heritage that. You know, I don't want to put out a video of heritage passed on from your predecessor. Oh, guess what was passed on? Because nothing. These guys didn't inherit anything. They don't understand what it means to wear the badge. You see this badge. They don't understand. Luke Shaw today, by the way, one of the most not one of the worst. The most pathetic performance I have ever seen from a footballer in my 25 years of watching the sport. The most pathetic performance I have ever seen from a footballer put in. From minute 1, he looked like he couldn't be asked to be on that pitch. He was shook from the moment he was on that pitch today. That is disgraceful. Disgraceful what I saw from Luke Shaw today. After 10 years at the football club, they have stuck through you. After injury, after injury, after injury. And that is what you put up. Before the game, I asked for Luke Shaw. I asked for 90 minutes. 90 last minutes for the rest of your life. And that's the 90 minutes he gave me. I don't care about the header that got saved from Vicario at the end of the game. That's the 90 minutes you gave me. Harry Maguire was getting rattled by Christian Romero. He lost the mental battle right away. Like I said, Lenny Yoro is the only player that is allowed to hold their head held high. No heart. No passion, no desire. I don't like tactics obviously play a part, but what were Spurs tactics today? Because they had 25% possession. They understood what it took to beat Manchester United. Just let Manchester United have the ball and they will do nothing with it. Absolutely nothing with it. And that's what we did with it. Absolutely nothing. Why? Because we have a coach with a garbage ass system that has no idea how to actually coach. It is dead. There is no future with Amorim. There is generally no future. You will consistently see this. He does not have a game plan that can compete against Premier League footballing teams. We are in May. He came in freaking October, November. He's won maybe 4 Prem matches. 4. Like today, for example, Rasmus Højlund, who we have shit on day in and day out, we shit on. I didn't even think Rasmus Højlund was that bad today. He should have had a goal with that Van de Ven clearance, by the way. That was what a clearance, by the way. It's one of the best clearances you'll ever see. But I thought he did okay today. He was drawing fouls. The link play wasn't terrible. Like I said, should have had a goal. Is he great? No, he's not it. But it wasn't even the worst. Like, I've seen Højlund have way far worse performances. But you lost a cup final to Spurs. You don't adapt. You keep talking about my way, my way. I'll never change my way. Well, your way has us in our worst ever state in the modern era. The last time Manchester United were this bad, my dad was 5. The last time Spurs won a trophy, I still lived in Greece. It is just straight pathetic from this coach. And don't even get me started on Ineos group. Wow. The grass is not greener on the other side. Wow, these guys are terrible at their job. Wow, we gassed up boardroom signings. Lesson learned. Never gas a boardroom signing. Never gas operational signings. If it's not a footballer, I'm not gassing anything. But to be fair, I'm not even going to gas transfer signings. I'm not going to gas janitorial signings. I'm not going to gas chef signings. I'm not going to gas DOF signings. I'm not going to gas anything ever to do with Manchester United. For me to gas out anything ever getting to do with Manchester United, they will have to prove that to me. Because from this day forward, this football club is dead to me. It is straight dead to me. I do not care. Because it's different from your team sucking. Like, for example, I've had plenty of teams that I've supported some of the worst franchises in American sports. But one thing those teams never did was they never went away from what they stood for. This football club has completely abandoned what they stood for. From the manager ostracizing one of the biggest names on the team in Marcus Rashford, one of the academy boys, one of the lads of the team, someone Amram said sometime the club might be too big for you. He said that to Marcus fucking Rashford, by the way. A guy that broke his club for the football club. That's what he tried. He talked to me about George Vital, the goalkeeping coach. He can do more than Marcus Rashford because of training. That's who you want to kick out. Kobe Mayu is getting pity minutes in a cup final for Mason fucking Mount. That's what this club stands for now. That's what it stands for now. That's not something I want to be a part of because that's not what I grew up. That's not what I grew up supporting. Even at our worst, under David Moyes, I still saw academy kids. When we won the FA Cup in 15-16 with Lingard and Rashford on the pitch, that's what this club means. And this year, it was completely abandoned. Guys were throwing Premier League matches, and Amram, Garnacho, all of them kept talking about focus on Europa League. Well, congratulations. You focus on Europa League. What did that get you? What did that get you? You focus on Europa League. All that has you doing right now is crying. We had Ratcliffe hitting up Beckham and Neville and Rio about what's it called? And Rooney and Scholes writing pieces for Amram from The Athletic to be, this is our guy. This is our guy. Believe in him. What the hell is there meant to believe in? What? Because people want to talk about a rebuild and rebuild. What are you meant to what are you rebuilding with? Asking for a rebuild right now is asking to fix a Ferrari with 1655 tools. That's what you're asking in a rebuild right now. There's nothing to rebuild with. There is nothing to rebuild with. You need building blocks to rebuild something. There is no building block. There's generally nothing. Like we could talk about Amram, we could talk about Alma, we could talk about Yoro, we could talk about Mayu, yeah, whatever. Talented players. But this club doesn't even know what they want to build with. They don't know. And losing this final probably makes us more broke. And honestly, I pray for liquidation at this point. Maybe restarting from scratch, forcing bankruptcy will fix this football club because we're cooked for the next 3 to 5 years. Yeah, that Lyon comeback means nothing now. It absolutely means nothing. It was like, bro, it's one thing losing a final, like you put all your effort into it and all that kind of stuff. and you just lose. You lose to a better team on the day. That's fine. Whatever. It happens. You're not going to win every final. It's a different playing in a final and not giving it 100%, giving it what looked like 50%. They didn't know the occasion they were playing in. And that's so disgraceful because obviously, I hate the Europa League in terms from a Manchester United standpoint because I grew up watching Champions League nights. But at the end of the day, you're in this competition for a reason. And guys, the players want to talk about we belong on Champions League nights, belong on Champions League nights. You don't belong on Conference League nights. You do not even belong in Conference League nights. Next year, we're playing the Carabao Cup second round. I don't even know who you can play in that round. Carabao Cup in August. Obviously, no Europe next year. Honestly, is probably a blessing. But like, how am I meant to go into next season and just like even be the slightest excited? Like there's no hope. Like I mentioned, I've seen some of the worst teams in American sports history. But even then, sometimes they gave me hope. The Knicks with Kristaps Porzingis gave me hope. The Knicks with Michael Beasley gave me hope. The Knicks with Doug McDermott, I was gassed up. There is no hope. There is nothing to look forward to. Nothing. If it was up to me, I'd liquidate the club today. I'd sack the manager. I'd terminate every contract. Shout out Uthman for the donation, man. Grigsby, shout out, man. Thank you. But and the fact is, I have to watch it. I have Eastern Conference Finals in an hour and a half. What is meant to be the biggest night of my Knicks supporting like life, watching the Knicks, is all gloomed up because of this garbage fucking football club. Your sports team is meant to make you not always gonna make you happy, but meant to make you at least proud, meant to make you hopeful, all that kind of stuff. Always meant to look at something. But nah, bro, this football is dead. It's dead. It's genuinely dead. Burn it to the ashes. I don't want to hear ex-players talk anymore. I don't want to hear anyone talk anymore when it comes to the football club. Fergie has to watch his last years, watch this. What he built is farther in ruins that even Rome never fell to, bro. They talk about ancient Rome falling. Rome never fell like this. We're beyond ruins. There is no ashes left. There's nothing. Take down Old Trafford too, because these guys don't deserve to play there either, man. We're gonna make all the tifos in the world, bro. It is actually, bro, it's disgraceful. Like next year will be the first year I go into football and I'm not gonna care. Like when it comes to club football, I have Olympiacos. Obviously, they'll be in Champions League football because the Greeks never let me down. But in an era where football, in my opinion, is actually getting better in senses, like there's a lot of young talent in football that's meant to at least increase the level of enjoyability in watching the sport. This football club will be the worst it's ever been. Because I honestly, this team is worse than the relegation teams. I never obviously watched the relegation teams, but they couldn't be this bad, bro. They couldn't be this bad. We have a coach that doesn't want to adapt because he thinks his way is better. Bruno even said that Amorim was shocked that the smaller teams were better than he expected. He thought they were going to be teams from the Portuguese league. The guy is not built for this. The guy wanted to quit in January, 2 months after joining the football club. He's not built for this. He's not built for it. He could talk all the talk. But I said this before he got hired. You can talk all the talk, but can you walk the walk? He cannot walk shit. He cannot walk anything. He's a disgrace. He's an absolute disgrace of a coach, bro. He's an absolute disgrace of a coach. Xavi hype too, bro. Obviously, there's no coach that can save this. And guys want to talk, and obviously, bringing better players will help fix this in some sense. But honestly, I generally think it's deeper than that. I generally think it's deeper than player quality. I think there's a much bigger problem. We had 5 defenders in the 80th minute on the pitch. 5 defenders in a final when you're chasing the game. 5 defenders. And in the last 5 minutes, he once again went to his plan B, which is just throw Maguire up there and just cross and pray. It's generally it's a disgrace. I did see Salah's tweet, by the way. Whatever, I don't even care. But like, congrats to Spurs. Obviously, most of them get to see their first time a trophy since either for and ever or since their childhood. We didn't lose to a better team, bro. We were better than them today, but that doesn't fucking matter. What the fuck does that matter? You lost. Culture. Absolutely. The culture at Manchester United is dead. Absolutely dead. Like we thought the days of the Pogba, Lingard, Zlatan, we thought those days were bad. Nah. Culture is dead, bro. It's you walk into Carrington and it used to be you walk into it and you breathe excellence. You smell excellence in the air. You walk in there, you're like, yo, this is where the greats stood. You walk into Carrington now, and it's a graveyard. It's a graveyard. It's dead men walking. It's a place that no one wants to be at. It's a cursed institution. No one wants to be in there. That's what it feels like. It's dead, bro. It's dead. In a literal and figurative sense, it's dead. Oh, Fergie shouldn't show up the games anymore, man. Just enjoy the rest of your life, man. Just don't even, bro. It's absolutely dead, bro. This football club is dead, man. It's actually dead, man. Like I can't. What is there even to talk about? I can't even do any game analysis because my head was hot throughout the whole game. I was watching the game with CK in the city, in the bar. Like, bro, I just kept yelling. Like the passing was so slow. Like there's no options, bro. There was no options. No one to pass to. Alman got the ball. He was marked by 3 men. What a fucking disgrace, bro. What a disgrace of a football institution, man. I don't even care who the next coach is, bro. You can bring me anyone, and I really wouldn't care, bro. I'm really struggling to think of seeing a sporting giant fall this bad. I really don't think I've seen one like this. I think this is the greatest fall we have seen from a sporting institution. Because Liverpool didn't win the league for 30 years, but they were never 17th. Arsenal haven't won the Prem in 20 years. They were never 17th. AC Milan were never 17th. The lowest I think they finished was like 10th. People haven't caught. Manchester United are 16th. 16th place. They do not have 40 points in the season. They got relegated because of cheating, though. That's different. Like, from a performance level, like Manchester United can't be like, oh, we're 17th because we got deducted points because of like fixing and match fixing and all that kind of stuff. Nah, we're 17th because we're shit. Well, it wasn't every game, and they were still good. Like, we're not 16th level bad, bro. Juventus would have not been 16th in the Premier League in the Serie A. Like all week, we had journalists asking Ange about losing his job, blah 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 blah, and he was crashing out, rightfully so. Amram was laughing about his, but he's walking around like he's freaking Teflon. And then you have United fans that have been backing him through thick and thin because Fergie once upon a time told them always back the manager. Blind backing never works. Blind faith is this is real life. Yeah, football is a sport and stuff like that, but it's still real life. You do not faithfully believe blindly in someone. You just don't do that. Because what is he leading to? Oh, if anything, he should leading you to misery because that's all he's been doing. You know, I'm gonna go on my Twitter timeline and see what's happening. I have like 18 notifications. I see what the people of Twitter want to say. Fatty will not push for Bruno. Like, honestly, just sell, bro. You have people telling me that Inter are in the Champions League final and Crystal Palace win the FA Cup with the same system. Well, it's not the same system because when I watch Inter play, I don't watch that. When I watched Crystal Palace play against us, I did not watch the same system. Did I watch the same system? No, I didn't because their system is actually better. Well, United also don't have Lamine Yamal. So yeah, Hansi Flick, yeah, he had Lamine Yamal. No, we do not have Lamine Yamal. We also do not have a Pedri. Spurs not even a rival, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't even give a fuck about football tribalism, rivalry, and shit like that. Whatever, man. They could all the jokes they want. I don't give a shit, bro. Like all the content creators, all that kind of stuff. Joking, but it's deeper than that. I don't give a fuck about that right now. Which is why, like, when it comes to like with YouTube, obviously you guys can tell, like, I don't really give a shit anymore. I'm past that, bro. This is pride. This is like, bro. What the fuck does this mean? No one felt hard done by. We deserve to lose today. Give it all, bro. Honestly, we're fucking faceless losers, but whatever. Bro. You know what the worst thing is? We have a game on Sunday. This isn't even the final game of the fucking season. We have another game. Now, I will not be watching because inshallah we lose 9-0. I hope we lose 9-0. I hope we lose 9-0 on Sunday. I hope Marcus Rashford is allowed to play and break the lone rule and score 5 goals. Hey, yo. Rashford not tracking back cost us, bro. It's calm, man. Bro, Rashford not tracking back. Yo, that's what scored the winner for Brendan Johnson. That's what scored the winner for Brendan Johnson. So, yeah, man. Not tracking back, bro. Yeah. Not tracking back, bro. That's what costs you games. Fucking hate these fans, bro. I'm not gonna lie. If I see a single fan, if I hear anything about fans cheering this team on Sunday, that stadium should be empty. That stadium should be empty. The club is not dead because of a bad 10 years. Because United weren't dead 2-3 years ago. United is dead because there's no identity. Honestly, yeah. I honestly hate him winning Ten Hag. I really do. I really do. I honestly hate him winning Ten Hag. Yeah, I really do. I hate him. Top red fucking hype. Yeah, I'm not speaking on Ratcliffe, bro. I'm not trying to get millionaire shooters on my head top. Yeah, whatever, man. Fucking disgusting, bro. Honestly, a little bit of both. I absolutely despise him as Manchester United coach. But as a person, I think, first of all, I remember in the lead up to this game and stuff like that, I remember him saying, in a way, he doesn't want to win the Europa League because he doesn't think Manchester United are ready for Premier League and Champions League football. And he's not ready. Like, he doesn't think he can handle that, stuff like that. That puts bad energy. I remember good Twitter mutual of mine, Umir, does great work. He said managers' words means a lot, right? And we all remember the quote that Ange put out. I win shit in my second season, basically. Like my second season, I guarantee winning. And today, you saw a Spurs team that believed in that quote, and I think in a way motivated them. After all the bad they've gone through for 90 minutes for the rest of their lives, they locked in and they got it. My coach, well, not my coach, but Manchester United's coach, is talking about the Europa League. It will be special, but if we win it, we're not ready. Blah 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 blah. Why are you worrying about that? Just worry about fucking winning a stupid competition. They acted like they're too good for this. You're not too good for this. You're 17th for a reason in the Premier League. Now, if Manchester United played a team from another league, maybe we win the thing. Whatever. But that's great. But you're not understanding my point. The reason why I say Manchester United is dead is not because they suck. It's because they have no identity. It's not that complicated. Acting like I'm talking about physics, man. Yup. That's the difference. And that's the difference between the two coaches. You had Ange, a guy that always talked about not changing his principle, but he understood what needed to be done to win. And that's changed the principle for one game only. Or honestly, what it's felt like the whole of the Europa League. It's absolutely dead, man. It's absolutely dead. It's no, we can't. Not as a football club. That stems from way above the manager. That kind of culture comes from the ownership group. And in the ownership group, that all we have heard for the past year and a half is cuts, 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 cuts. A football club that once felt like a family is just a bunch of individuals. That's what I mean by identity. You have Bruno Fernandez, who for the past 3 finals we have been in, is paying for members of the club to come because Ratcliffe is not allowing basically anyone. The club is not paying for anyone to fly out and stuff like that. Guys don't want to talk about budget cuts, economy, business, blah blah blah. That's great, and I understand that. But Manchester United, what made Manchester United build and was obviously winning, but it was the feeling around the club that obviously helped. That's what attracts the good people to come to the football club. Where are we going? I don't know. The fuck does that have to do? Yo, get honest, yo, JD, can you time this guy out, bro? I've had enough, man. Get this guy out of my fucking chat. JJ, Andy, whoever's a mod, get this guy out of my chat, bro. If I crash out. People have discourse over wages, and people think winning trophies is not a culture. It's not. I just look at an unrecognizable club personally. I really do. That's all. LSU's an unrecognizable club, man. It's just unrecognizable. Walking Death Society about this. I don't know, man. It's like honestly, I expected to crash out more. Like obviously, I was angry but it's in a sense like What is there to even be angry about, man? Like, yeah, it's more like mourning at this point. I remember the last Europa League final we lost, where we lost to Villarreal. That hurt. I'm not gonna lie, that hurt. That hurt. But at least I still thought I believe we were going somewhere. You know, we finished second that year. Blah blah blah. This, bro, like I mentioned, bro, it just feels like a funeral, bro. It's just as a funeral. Like, there's nowhere to go, man. There's nowhere to go. If anything, the only person I'm really mad at is I'm mad at Amron, bro. I really despise this, bro. He cannot be my coach next year, man. It actually disgusts me that he's gonna get that he's gonna get summer backing. It actually disgusts me, bro. It really does. Like, it really disgusts me, man. With every fiber of my being, it disgusts me that this guy's gonna get money in the summer. I don't like him. I really don't like him. I'm sure he's a great guy and all, but I don't like him. I really don't. I really don't. What I saw today, bro. Like, it's not even about believing who the next coach is to win a Premier League and blah blah, whatever. Dude, that's way too far to even think about. But I don't believe this guy can get us back into the top 10. I really don't. I really don't. I really don't. And the fact that fans are gonna write off him, whatever, man. I mean, to each their own. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but I think it's a stupid opinion. And I think you're blindly backing someone, but whatever. Like I said, to each their own. People get to support whatever way they want to support. I'm not here to tell them otherwise, but same guys that want to cook me on Twitter, blah, blah, call me a bunch of names, every name under the sun when I criticize this guy. Go ahead, man. At the end of the day, you're going to be a lot more miserable than me, because for me, you know how you clock out at the end of the shift when at work? Me, I'm clocking out for Manchester United. Don't care. And I'm not going to lie, bro, when it comes to this channel, I'm going to keep it 100. Don't expect United content for the foreseeable future. I don't want to talk about this football club. I really don't. There's no, and I'm not going to force content out. If you do see a video from me in the near future, that means that the Knicks were successful. And then the Knicks maybe won something. Then I'll post something. But when it comes to Manchester United, I don't want to post anything. I really do not want to post anything Manchester United. If people have ideas for other stuff they want me to post, fine by me. Put it in the comments. Tweet me. DM me on Twitter. You guys know my Twitter. You guys can do that. But when it comes to Manchester United, I tweeted, bro, this is my last YouTube video on Manchester United for a very, very long time. I do not give a fuck about this football club anymore. You see this jersey? I'm throwing my jerseys into storage. I do not care. This football club is dead to me because they clearly do not care about us. Therefore, I will not care back. It's as simple as that. When it comes to football as a sport, I will still enjoy it because at the end of the day, it is still my first love, and I can always watch football. And like next Saturday, I will be watching Champions League final. I'll be at work. I'll find ways to watch it. I'll watch it Ousmane Dembele and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, I fell in love with football first. I did not fall in love with Manchester United first. Simple as that. But when it comes to United content, United transfer talk, blah, 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 I love you guys, and I appreciate all the support you show me. But I'm not doing videos because I do not want to, and I'm not going to force content that I don't want to do. That's not why I became a YouTuber. I'm not going to do this clickbait shit where blah, 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 blah. I'm not that type of guy. I never wanted to be that kind of content creator. I never envisioned it, and I'm never going to do it. I only put out content that I want to do, and I don't want to talk about Manchester United. I do not. You can ask, oh my boy, you can ask Staffy and stuff like that. We don't talk about the sport. I don't watch United like that anymore. Like when it comes to Premier League, I haven't watched a Premier League match of ours in a very long time. And when I used to miss games, it hurt me to miss the game. Now, I don't miss it. I don't feel anything when I miss a United game. And that to me is a sign of falling out of love with the football club. That's what that means to me personally. I don't know how you guys, but that's what that means. because I don't take pride, but like I view myself as a very emotional sports fan. That is why I crash out a lot. That is why I wear my heart on my sleeve when I watch sports. Why I become negative. But no matter what, I still love the teams I support. But now when I miss a game and it doesn't matter to me, especially in a sport like football, it's not like baseball where it's 162 games, blah blah blah. NFL where also NFL. But when it comes to football, the sport that I love my whole life, and Manchester United, I've loved Manchester United from the moment I started supporting them. The fact that I don't miss, like when I miss a game and I'm not like heartbroken that I missed that game. Yeah, man, that just means that it ain't the same no more. And I generally feel like a part of it is because it's not only because we're shit, but obviously that doesn't help matters. It's because I don't feel that same connection with the football club. It's as simple as that, man. It's the same, as simple as that. It's not because I'm watching Hoyland. It's not because I'm watching Anthony. It's not because Amarim's the coach. I just do not feel the same connection with Manchester United that I used to, man. It's as simple as that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Honestly, I thought I was gonna crash out a lot more, but yeah, yeah, pretty much, honestly, bro. Like, do I think I know what could fix Man United? Man, yeah, sure, maybe, whatever. But yeah, man, I'm at a point in my life right now where like everything outside of like United is so good in my life. Like obviously work is great. I have a much better job now. I get paid way more. My family's good. I'm going on vacation in a couple months. Obviously Knicks are great, all that kind of stuff. And why let this negativity drag you down, right? So it's as simple as that. But I still love you guys, obviously. And I'm sure I will make some kind of videos. If like I said, if you guys have any ideas for other football content that is not Manchester United, I will gladly do it. But like I mentioned, Manchester United, like Safi put it in our group chat, me, Omar Seatbo. Don't shout me again when it comes to Manchester United. I don't want to talk about this football club. I don't. Lived it, loved it. Whatever the Xabi Alonso is, great. You know that Xabi Alonso meme where he's walking away from football. We all use that meme during the Super League. That's me with Manchester United right now. Farewell, beautiful game. Farewell, Manchester United. It is what it is. But yeah, that's it. 7 o'clock, hour. Next game's in an hour. I'm gonna go eat and then I'm gonna go get drunk. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully the Knicks win and my day is somewhat safe because if the Knicks lose, it's not looking good for me, bruh. But I catch you guys on the flip side. Like I mentioned, maybe basketball content. That's the way to do it. But I catch you guys later. Don't let this result impact you too much. It is what it is. United lost. At the end of the day, the sun rises the next day and we move on with our lives. We got to do what we got to do, whether that's working or whether you're in school and you got to go do your homework, you got to go graduate, all that kind of stuff. Don't let this stupid fucking football club impact you in that way. You just got to get over it, man. Go spend time with your family. Go spend time with your girl. If you got kids, go spend time with your kids. Do a whole bunch of stuff. Ignore Manchester United and go live your life, man. That's what you got to do. I'll catch you guys later. Enjoy the rest of your night. Go Knicks. Knicks and sick. Fuck Indiana. We out.